So I'm here with Ground Illusions at the Bollywood Monster Mashup Festival in the TELUS Connected Playground with Date with Daniel. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Now it's Ryan and Ethan with Ground Illusions. You guys were up on stage doing a lot of cool stuff. How'd you guys get started into this?
Oh man, I've been breaking for a long time. I think with most people, it's just they saw something, they were exposed to the community, they just grabbed onto it, and they're like, this looks like fun, and then they just became part of their life eventually. So it's been 10 years since I started. I was 10 years old, now I'm 21, so it's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, for me, I did a lot of competitive sports when I was younger, a lot of hockey, gymnastics, trampoline, and I found breaking through just a class my younger brother took, and when I started taking it, I loved the freedom. You just had no rules, there wasn't anything you had to do, so that got me hooked, and I kept going ever since.
Wow. Now you said community. This really is a community of art, really. And that's something I never really had an idea because I just thought it was a dance form. But there's a whole community culture surrounding, breakdancing. Talk to me about that.
Oh yeah. So it's huge. A huge philosophy in hip hop is each one teach one, and the only way to really grow the scene is to give back to it. So giving back to the community is the essence of the culture. And there's so many workshops we run and practices where the whole goal is to teach kids and bring them up in the scene.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the art community works like that. You have to contribute to the pot in order to take something from it too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like even with us, we started breaking years ago, and the only way I would have known all of the things I do now is because of the mentorship that I got from some of the older members of our crew, like Marcel DaCosta, Frost. He's an amazing mentor to us. And Jerome as well. He goes by Fresh Effects. Those are both incredible, really multifaceted people and great artists. And they're also do a lot of community development in the city as well. So it's really cool to see. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you spoke about community development, and that's what we're doing here at Bollywood Monster Mashup, right? We want to support artists. We want to support the local community, but artists and performers who are really starting their careers and supporting them so that they can continue to grow. What does it mean for you guys to be a part of something like this year? It's a big question, I know.
Yeah, it's like, for me, it's just a huge honor whenever I get asked to share what I'm passionate about, which is hip hop, with the rest of the community, right? And hip hop is such a multicultural thing. There isn't a specific, if you say this guy's a hip hop artist, there's no image, for me at least, that I have in my head. It could be any person from any walk of life. So yeah, so that's the best thing is especially here when our crew, we aren't specifically Indian, right?
Yeah.
But we're at the Bollywood Festival. We're able to share our art with everyone, and they're able to enjoy it.
Yeah, I love that. This breakdancing has no language necessarily.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. Now, what advice would you guys give to people who are starting to break it onto the scene and who are really trying to create a career for themselves? You've been in it for 10 years. You've been in it for a while yourself. What would that advice be?
Are you referring to as artists or just as dancers, period?
Both.
Okay, so advice for people trying to go in professionally. I guess just keep working consistently, schedule yourself. Don't be afraid to speak to people and foster relationships outside of your comfort zone. Yeah, and I guess that's about it. You kind of just got to go in it and just keep working on it consistently. That's about all I got to say.
Yeah, one thing I want to add is connections are definitely the biggest thing, but know your worth. Don't sell yourself short, because if you've been working for years and years on your craft, there's no reason for you to undercut yourself.
Yeah.
Know your value as an artist.
Sound advice. And you guys are so young. Breakdancing has matured both of you, I think.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.